Hello, grade 9 math students. Welcome to the lesson for assignment 12. Wow, we're getting up there. Assignment 12. I really don't think you're going to have 20. I don't think we're going to hit that many. Maybe that'll be about the most we'll hit. But, we're getting there. We're getting closer to the end. So keep working hard. Congratulations to those of you who are up to date or close to it. It's very impressive. I hope you're able to use your catch-up time this week a little bit to get caught up a little bit if you were behind. All right, today we're going to talk about patterns. We're going to start a new section. We're going to talk about relations. We're going to talk about patterns. So this is going to be kind of a strange video. It's going to be very short. I'm not going to really teach you much of anything. You know what a pattern is. What's a pattern? Basically, in math, it's when things are arranged in a way where they follow a rule, right? If we said A B A B A B very quickly, we can figure out the rule. The rule is that A's and B's alternate. So A B A B A B A B. If a C just suddenly flew into there, either the pattern isn't what we thought it was, there's a different rule, or maybe we've just ruined the pattern. So patterns are everywhere, just like it says here. And in math, they're extremely important. Some people actually define math as the study of patterns, believe it or not. So onwards, let's take a look at the sort of questions you're going to do today. I'm not going to explain this much today. I'm not going to even explain why we're doing this much. I'm hoping you might even actually enjoy this a little bit. So it says each number in a pattern is equal to 1/3 of the previous number. If the first number is 81, then what's the fifth number? So it gives us the first number, right? The first number we're told is 81, and we want to know what the fifth number is. Now, I'm hoping that you agree with me. It's going to be hard to go from 81 straight to our answer. We're probably going to need to figure out what the second number is, and what the third number is, and the fourth number, and then from there we can go to the fifth number. So why don't we do that? So let's read carefully what it says. It says each number in a pattern is equal to 1/3 of the previous number, 1/3 of the number before it. If the first number is 81, we already know that, then what's the fifth number? So as we move to the next number, the next number, the next number, we want 1/3 as much. You know what it means if we want 1/3 as much? Well, you could think of this two ways. If you want, you could think of this, for example, look at the second number of doing 1/3 of, do you remember we talked about of meaning multiplication? 1/3 of times 81. That'll work. Or the other thing you can think of if you're doing 1/3 of a number, you're dividing it by 3. So the other way you could think of it is 81 divided by 3. Whichever one of those make more sense to you, it'll work. Do 1/3 times 81. You could ninja slice this, and you'll end up with 27. Or if you want, if you don't like ninja slicing, you go 81 over 1. 1 times 81 is 81. 3 times 1 is 3. Hey, look what you ended up with. 81 divided by 3, just like I did here. 81 divided by 3. And 81 divided by 3 is 27. So that's the second number. How do we get the next one? Again, we go 1/3 times 27, or 27 divided by 3. Well, 27 divided by 3 is 9. To get the next one, divide by 3 again, 3. To get the next one, divide by 3 again, 1. So this is our answer. The fifth number is 1. Hey, what if it didn't ask the fifth number? What if it asked the sixth number? What would you do? Same thing. We divided by 3. We divided by 3. We divided by 3. We divided by 3. You go 1 divided by 3. You could divide by right as a decimal, but what's even better? 1 divided by 3 is 1 over 3. 1/3 would be your answer. But that's not what this question's asking. It's asking for number 5. So this is our answer right there. All right, I think I got 4 of them for you. What number, when multiplied by 7 and added to 3, is equal to 31? So it's not totally clear. I don't really like this the way this is stated. But what we want is some number. Okay, I'm going to write number. And you're going to multiply it by 7. You're going to do that first. Then you're going to add 3, and it's going to equal 31. Well, wait a minute. Couldn't we just use our algebra we've done before? Instead of writing number, what could I write? How about n times 7 plus 3 equals 31? Well, wait a minute. Instead of writing n times 7, what's a faster way of doing n times 7? How about 7 times n, or 7n plus 3 equals 31. Now it's an algebra question that you could go ahead and solve. You don't have to. I know before when we did algebra, I insisted on you showing me every step. If you can do this in your head, go ahead and do it in your head. But if you're having troubles, you could do your algebra. We want to get the n by itself. We got to get rid of the other numbers, the 7 and the 3. Look for adding and subtracting first. So I will subtract 3 from both sides. That leaves me with 7n equals 31 minus 3 is 28. And this is 7 times n. Do the opposite. Divide. So you end up with n, or the number, is 4. Let's make sure that works. What number, when multiplied by 7, well, 7 times 4 is 28, and added to 3, 28 plus 3 is 31, so it works. N is 4. Okay, another one. Oh, that's a good one. What's the fourth term in the following pattern? So here's the first term, the second term, the third term. We want to know what the fourth one is. We've got some A's, we got some B's. Give you a second here. I bet some of you can get this one pretty fast. Right? What's the hint? Take a look at the A's and the B's separately. If you look at the A's here, you have 1A. Then you have 3 A's. Then you have 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. Look at that. It's going up by 2 every time. So 1, 3, 5 goes up by another 2, 7. Or if you want all the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. So you would need to have 7 A's. You had 1, then 3, then 5, 7 A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's look at our B's. Here we have 4 B's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2. Oh, 4, 3, 2. That's a pretty simple pattern. It's going down by 1 every time. So the next number would be 1. You want to have 1B. And we're done. Oh, I forgot to number this one. 1, 2. This one's number 3. This one's number 4. And this is the last one. What's the fifth number in this pattern? This is a hard one. I'll give you a second to look this over. Pause the video if you want. Impress yourself. Impress me. Tell me in the comments that you actually got this without listening to me. I'd be impressed. The first thing I would do when I was doing this one is I'd look to see, well, what does this go up by? It goes up by 6. And then this goes up by 11 to 23 is 12. That could be interesting. And then this one goes up by 24. That looks pretty good. And then this one goes up by, grab the calculator, 48. This is looking pretty promising. Do you see what's happening here? The amount it goes up by is doubling every time. 6, then 12, which is 2 times 6, then 24, which is 2 times 12, and then 48, which is 2 times 24. So how are we going to figure out how much the next one goes up by? Well, we're doubling every time, remember. Times 2 is 12, times 2 is 24, times 2 is 48, times 2, if we go 48 times 2, we get 96. So we have to take our 95 and go up 96 more. And if you do that, you'll get 191. And that is the answer. Hey, want to know something interesting? I created this pattern. I just made the question up. It's actually not the way I made the pattern up. Here's another way to do it. If I double 5, if I multiply it by 2, I don't get 11, do I? What do I get? I get 10. So if I multiply by 2, I get 10. What would I still have to do to get 11? I'd also need to add 1. Let's see if that works here. If I multiply 11 by 2, I get 22. And then I add 1, I get 23. So I'm multiplying by 2, I'm adding 1. I'm multiplying by 2, I'm adding 1. Let's try again. 23 times 2 is 46, plus 1 is 47. It's working. Multiply by 2, add 1. If I take 47 and I multiply by 2, I get 94, and add 1, I get 95. So here's another way you could have gotten this one. Pretty awesome. 2 ways to do it. I multiply by 2 and add 1. 95 times 2 is 190, plus 1 is 191. I love it. It's so awesome in math when you can find multiple solutions, and it happens all the time. All right, everyone, here's your assignment. Again, this is assignment number 12. It's going to be in your workbook. It is on page, that's right, page, only one page, 76, and you're going to do numbers 1 to 10. Now, they're patterns like the ones we just did. It can be hard. You might get stumped by some of them. Try to get them all. But if you have to skip one or two of them, if you just can't get them, I got that. But do your best. Give it a good effort. This will be due on Monday, May 25 at 3 p.m. Okay, if you want a hint with one of the patterns, you don't want to look up the answer, you want a hint, let me know. Need any help with anything? I'm here for you. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.